waiting for this review for some time, so I'm just going to dive straight into it. I am the Ranting Usher. Let me talk you to your seat, etc. Split is both written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and it is his best thriller since The Sixth Sense. James McAvoy is absolutely brilliant in this film. He plays Kevin Wendell Crumb, a man afflicted with severe dissociative identity disorder, DID. McAvoy is like a human chameleon. He's so eclectic and versatile that he is able to make all his identities look and sound different from one another, and transition from one to the next in a matter of moments is a testament to a phenomenal actor. One of Kevin's personalities, Dennis, abducts 3 hapless girls. He quickly gasses the 2 sitting in the back seat, but fails to acknowledge Casey, Anya Taylor-Joy's character, who sits across from him in the passenger seat. I'm assuming this is Shyamalan's way of suggesting that Casey's not like the other girls, but this seems to be a clumsy way to foreshadow her character. Dennis gasses her too and keeps the girls locked up together in an underground basement. We never know which personality is going to emerge next, or what their true motivations are. That creates extreme tension. It is one of the many reasons why Split is such a great suspenseful thriller. As for the female characters, one of them believes she can survive on her remedial martial arts skills, while the other is too frightened to do anything other than what her friend tells her to do. The different ways these girls have of coping with their situation compensates for their lack of depth in character development. Casey actually does get a tragic backstory. Through cross-cutting flashbacks, we learn she was abused as a little girl, which makes her far more interesting and sympathetic. With images of Casey's flashbacks being so sparse on Google, I thought I would appear in the middle of my video so that I could talk about them. Usually in a film that features flashbacks, you kind of get a sense of when they will occur. But these flashbacks are so spontaneous, they just come out of nowhere. And they rarely tie in or parallel what's going on in Casey's reality. M. Night Shyamalan seems to be aware that he's taking a huge risk working with material as controversial as rape. Obviously, he isn't going to show you what happens. The rape is merely implied, but it's not so subtle that you can't pick up on it. At the very least, the flashbacks do add layers and dimensions to Casey's character. While she may be afraid of being held captive by Kevin Wendell Crumb, the flashbacks help us to understand how she is able to remain calm and collected, unlike her 2 friends. Betty Buckley plays Dr. Fletcher, Kevin Wendell Crumb's therapist. She is on point and very believable. I would go so far as to compare her to Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting. There is one thing I will criticize, however, and it has more to do with film editing than Buckley's performance. I'm referring to the scene where Dr. Fletcher participates in a conference call with her esteemed colleagues. Granted, the information about how people afflicted with DID can change their body chemistry with their thoughts is relevant to the plot, and it lends credibility to both Dr. Fletcher and Shyamalan himself, but I find the conference call scene to be misplaced. There is a lot of tension during this point in the film. Cutting to a call only breaks the tension. It's almost as if the director is saying, "We interrupt our regularly scheduled movie to bring you a special Skype bulletin." Hedwig is by far my favorite character in Split. He is Kevin Wendell Crumb's 9-year-old personality. The comic relief McAvoy brings to the role, a crazy dance number, and an awkward kissing scene are hilarious. He also uses a phrase I find really catchy. I quote it all the time. But you shouldn't let Hedwig's little boy innocence fool you. He can still come after you with a baseball bat. I thought that the foreshadowing and the build-up for the Beast could have been emphasized more than it was. It could have been stronger. When I actually saw the Beast, I realized why the build-up was so underutilized. If Hedwig and the others had gone more into depth about what this thing actually is, it would have taken something away from its appearance. They would have stolen the Beast's thunder. The Beast is an amalgam of various animals that reside in the zoo where Barry, one of Kevin's other personalities, is employed. Determined to attack those who have never experienced physical trauma, the Beast is supernatural and vicious. The Beast won't harm Casey, however. She has already been tainted and broken, as we well know. This strikes me as anticlimactic, but I understand the point that Shyamalan is trying to make. If you really think about it, it does make an odd kind of sense, all depending on your point of view, of course. Split is a spin-off from another Shyamalan film, Unbreakable. Kevin Wendell Crumb is compared to Mr. Glass, a supervillain in the Unbreakable film. Shyamalan is hinting that the Horde will appear in a future Unbreakable sequel. There was no seed planted to warrant such an unexpected twist. That's just Shyamalan trying to be clever, trying to shock everyone. How do you feel about Split? Has M. Night Shyamalan redeemed himself as a director? Were you impressed with James McAvoy's multiple performances, and is he suitable to be an unbreakable villain? Would you rather Split remained a standalone film? Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching the video. I am the Ranting Usher. As always, don't forget to leave a like. You can also share or subscribe to my channel for more videos, etc. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.